Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Shri Shailabhijanamburaṣiṣanam Shri Krishna Tatatmajam Shri Shailanve Devanatha Sudhya Praptagamantatdvayam Padabje Narsimhatate Guror Nyastatma Rakshabharam Vidvat Chakora Chandiramaham Ramanujaryam Shraye Shri Ranga Sudha Madhusamaswadayantam Shri Ranga Mahishi Padapankajatmajam Sulabhashrayam Sadamoda Siddhamadbhutam भजेऽहं गुरुं तं रङ्गनाथप्रियं सुखासनस्थं हृदयाब्जपीठे चिन्मुद्रयालङ्कृतपाणिपद्मं शुभोपवीतं विमलोर्ध्वपुण्ड्रं नमामि रङ्गं गुरुम् अन्तरङ्गे नमामि योगसम्राज्ञीं विजयां विजयप्रदां श्रीरङ्गार्धासनासीनां करुणां मम मातरं गुरुरूपपरञ्ज्योतिः ज्योतिरूपगुरुः परः अज्ञानमन्दिरं ह्येतत् कुरु विज्ञानमन्दिरं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना. Salutations to our Guru and the Guru of all Gurus. Let's commence our session today. We were in the 27th Sarga, which is Trijata Swapnaha. As we have seen in this chapter, Trijata is narrating the dream that she had seen, and it is a very important bridging chapter between the state of despair or despondency and the issue of hope and victory for dharma. And we have seen how vividly she is able to recall the entire dream. We discussed very briefly about various types of dreams, and not every dream is something that will forebode what is going to come in the future. Only such of those dreams which are seen very close to Brahma Muhurtam, they contain that authenticity, they contain that blessing from the Supreme Brahman, that this is what is going to ensure. And the way she narrates, for example, she sees Lord Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita Mata also in a white cloth, isn't it? They were wearing white garlands, and everything associated with them is white. Shukla Malyam Baradharau, Janakim Paripasitau, Tatastasya Nagasya Agre, Yakashastasya Dantinaha. She sees many different animals that they ride on. Very first is the Hamsa Vahanam, followed by the elephants, 4-tusked elephant, and so on. And that is one part of the dream. The other part of the dream, she narrates the fate of Ravana, isn't it? Nahi Ramo Mahatejaha Shakyo Jetum Sura Suraihi Rakshasairvapi Chanyairva Swargaha Papajanairiva. It is very difficult to win over Lord Ramachandra in a manner which is similar to those who have enormous amount of papa in their credit. They will never be able to ascend to Swargalokam. And not only that, she starts to narrate the state of Ravana, that he is smeared with oil, right? And initially he wears a red cloth and eventually a black cloth. All of these are symbolic of the Rajas and Tamas that he possesses in abundance, right? Krishyamanaha striyo dushto mundaha krishnambarah punaha. That is what we saw, isn't it? So we'll continue as to what else she says. In fact, she says, Gardhabena eyo shighram dakshinam dishamastitaha punareva maya dushto ravano rakshaseswara. So he also ascends different animals. The very first one is a donkey. And a donkey is, of course, symbolic of many things. One of the most important things is that of an animal which has extreme ego or body consciousness. Right? Let us continue from then on as to what she is going to narrate now. I think we were in sloka number 26 or 27.
26.
26. Good. Thank you. Sahasotthaya sambhranto bhayarto madavihvalaha unmatta iva digvasa durvakyam pralapan bahu. This is where we ended, isn't it? So Ravana is completely smeared with all kinds of dirt, and he started to badmouth many things. Durgandham dussaham ghoram timiram narakopamam malapankam pravishyashu magnastatra saravanaha. So Ravana, he started emanating foul smell. Durgandham dussaham ghoram timiram narakopam. He entered Narakalokam as it were. Timiram is completely dark. Okay, Timirandham abdin solvom. And he entered that Narakalokam, which is undescribable in words, and he eventually disappeared into it. Magnaha tatra sa Ravanaha. Kanthe badva dashagrivam pramada raktavasini Kali Kandam liptangi disham yam prakarshati. From then onwards, what happens to him? So he enters along with donkeys into Narakalokam. And who catches hold of Ravana from there on? Raktavasini, that is somebody who is wearing red-colored clothes. Kali, who is dark in color. Kandam liptangi, she is somebody who is smeared with clay. Okay, Kandam liptangi. Pramada is one of the meanings of pramada is a woman. Okay, dashagrivam kanthe badhva yam disham prakarshati. So what this lady did was, she was seen dragging, of course it is probably Kali Mata. Okay, she is catching hold of Ravana and taking him in the disha of Yama. Yam dishi, Yamanudiya dik. So we should remember that the gods or devas are in the Uttara dik and Yama is in the Dakshina dik. Yeah. And Lord Yama is somebody who is the ruler for dharma, isn't it? And he eventually dispenses dharma to people. And Dakshina also means jnanam. By removing all the papas, the jivatmas will eventually get back into the Martya Lokam. So that is the great service rendered by Lord Yama. That is what happens here. Evam tatra maya drishtaha kumbhakarno nishacharaha ravanasya sutta sarve mundastaila samukshitaha. She goes on to describe that I also saw Kumbhakarna, who is a Rakshasa there, as well as all the sons of Ravana and co, isn't it? So, and how are they? They are also mundaha, tonsured their heads. Taila samukshitaha, smeared with oil. Varahena dashagrivaha शिंशुमारेण चेन्द्रजिते उष्ट्रेण कुम्भकर्णश्च प्रयातो दक्षिणां दिशम्. Interestingly, she also sees the other people, very important VIPs. So Ravana now moves on from donkey to having a Varaha or boar as his Vahanam. And along with him is Indrajit, his great son. And he has Shumshumara or crocodile as his Vahanam. These are all Bhayankara animals, isn't it? They all represent different aspects, Tattvic aspects. Shumshumara crocodile, again, is full of Bhayam, that which creates terror in us. And Indrajit was a person who would terrorize everybody. And Ushtrena Kumbhakarnascha. Kumbhakarna was sitting on top of a wound or camel. And the way that Kumbhakarna is full of tamas, camel also probably moves very slowly, isn't it? It is capable of moving fast, but in general it moves slowly. So perhaps there is a correlation there. And they all again went into the Dakshinam Disham. Ekastatra maya drishtaha Svetachatro vibhishanaha Shuklamalyambaradharaha Shuklagandhalulepanaha. The only exception to this is somebody who is spotless, and that is Vibhishana. Look at how vividly she is describing. There's one contrasting feature about Ravana, Indrajit, all Kumbhakarna and all other Rakshasas. And why should she see Kumbhakarna as Suklamalyam Badaradha? See, he is also wearing white clothes. He is wearing white, sporting white garlands. Shukla Gandhanulepanaha, white colored unguents or fragrances that he is sporting. And Shweta Chhatra is also having a white color umbrella. This is the scene that she is saying Vibhishana in. So one of the things is, it might appear how vividly she is describing all this. She is herself probably amazed. One of the key things we should note is that the Avatara Rahasyam is shared by Bhagavan to great jivas, okay, when they are contemporary. So Trijata is contemporary there. She is able to see what is going to happen in the future, right, from then onwards. So in other words, the divine plan is no more a secret, or it is visible to those who are pure at heart. That is what it means here. Okay, there is nothing that is created by Trijata herself here, nothing imaginatory here. She is able to see the reality as it is, right? Which means Lord Ramachandra was born in Treta Yuga and he disappeared after Treta Yugam is not what we should think about. We should think about this as a Sanatana Satyam. That is perhaps the secret that Kavi wants to inform all of us here. Shankadundhubi nirghoshaihi nrittagitairalankritah aruhya shaila shankasam meghasthananitasvanam chaturdantam gajam divyam aste tatra vibhishanah chaturbhihi sachivai sardham vaihaya samupasthitah. So you will be wondering, where is Vibhishana? Is he along with other Rakshasas in the Narakalokam, or where is she seeing Vibhishana in? Vaihayasam upasthitaha. She is seeing him floating in air, not in the Narakalokam, which means he is not in that lokam, he is in some higher lokam. And again, Shaila Shankayam Meghastanita Niswanaha. He is surrounded by decorated things there, and he is resembling the mountain Shaila Sankasam Meghasthanita Niswanam. He is surrounded by great sounds that are emanating from a variety of musical instruments. Shankam, Dundhubi, right? These are all the Shankam is again an auspicious thing. It is associated with things which are beautiful, at the same time spiritually oriented instruments. These are not to be treated as ordinary instruments. She is able to see these contrasting things. Dundubhi nirgoshaihi nritta gitair alankritaha. He is enjoying, Vibhishana is enjoying divine music, dance, etc. In other words, she is also able to see that Vibhishana is a Shuddha Sattva Murti. That is why everything associated with Vibhishana is a Mangalya Surupam there, white in color, etc. And again, Vibhishana is on top of a Chaturdanta Gaja, an elephant which has 4 tusks. Samajascha maya drishto gitavaditra nisvanaha pibatam raktamalyanam rakshasam raktavasasam. Apart from Vibhishana, she now starts to gaze downwards towards the other Rakshasas. They are all essentially making merry. Pibatam Raktamalyanam. They are also wearing Raktavasa, Raktamalya. Other Rakshasas are apparently, we can't say they are making merry. They seem to be in a confused state. Lanka cheyam puri ramya savajirata kunjara sagare patita drishta bhagna gopura torana. I am also able to recollect that in my dream, I saw this entire beautiful city of Lanka getting drowned in the ocean. And Sagare Patita Bhagna Gopura Torana. The archways and towers that Lanka used to boast of, they are all turned into ashes. Lanka Drishtamaya Swapne Ravanena Abhirakshita Dagdha Ramasya Dutena Vanarena Tarasvina. Interestingly, she is saying that Lanka is burnt down by a monkey. Dagdha Ramasya Dutena. So you see how close it is to reality. And I only wonder what Hanumanji would have been thinking there. Okay, she is probably telling what's going to happen in the future, isn't it? Pitva tailam pranuttascha prahasantyo mahasvanaha lankayam bhasmarukshayam ravishta rakshasastriyaha. So in other words, this great city of Lanka, which is protected by Ravana, is completely turned into ashes with the help of this messenger, Duta, Ramaduta, a Vanara. And what happened to the Rakshasis there? Bhasmarukshayam, Lankayam, Sarvaha Rakshasastriyaha, all the ladies of the Rakshasas, Tailam Pitva, they all have drunk some kind of oil. Okay. Prahasantyaha, Mahaswanaha, Pranrittaha, they started to dance and behave crazily. Okay. Shouting in a loud voice, Mahaswanaha. Kumbhakarnadayasche sarve rakshasa pungavaha raktam nivasanam grihya pravishta gomaya hrade. Kumbhakarna and various other rakshasas and leaders among the rakshasa pungavas. Raktam nivasanam grihya, they all carried along with them their red-colored clothes. And where did they enter? Gomaya hrade pravishtaha. They entered a pool of Gomayam. Gomayam is cow dung. These are all amangalam. Okay, not something which is mangalam. Apagachatana Sita Mapasaragavaha Ghatayet Paramamarshi Sarvai Sardham Hirakshasaihi. Now she stopped narrating the her dream, and she is addressing her colleagues now, different demonesses there. What is she saying? Apagachata. So get away from here, O Rakshasis. Nashadhvam, you will be destroyed very soon. Remember this. Raghavaha Sitam apnoti. Raghava will definitely attain Sita. He will secure her. And Paramamarshi Rakshasai Sartham Yushman Ghatayet. He is going to turn all his anger. He is somebody who will be full of anger when he sees all of you very soon. and he's going to kill all of you. That's what he's saying. She is saying. That is Trijata to her colleagues. Priyam bahumatam bharyam vanamasamanuvratam bhatsitam tarjitam vapi nanumamsyati raghavaha. Remember, Raghava is somebody who is not going to take it light. You all ladies, because you have been ill-treating her, you have been abusing and threatening Sita Mata. This is something which will not go down well with Raghava. So keep this in mind. Tadalam kruravakyirvaha santvamevabhidiyatam abhiyachama vaidehim etadhi mama rochate. Listen, this is the Sukshmam, Dharma Sukshmam I am going to tell all of you. Okay. So Rama is going to come and Lanka is going to be destroyed. You all will be also very soon getting killed. But there is a way out. And listen to me what that way is. Tat krura vakyehi alam. Stop ranting all these cruel words. Santvameva abhidiyatam. Embrace peace. Okay. But what are we supposed to do? Vaidehim abhiyachama. Let us go and beg with Vaidehi. Let us beg pardon with her. And that is etadhi mama rochate. This is something which I believe I like, and this is what is going to deliver us from all the bad deeds that we have done so far. Yasyamevam vidhaswapno dukkhitayam pradrishyate sa dukkhair vividhair mukta priyam prapnotyanuttamam. So she is narrating, she has narrated the dream, and she is also telling that don't take light of my dream. It is not something imaginative. She's saying whenever a demoness, a Rakshasi, sees this kind of a dream in her sleep, especially in a sorrowful state, right? This is narrating all kinds of things that is going to befall Lanka. So she will be relieved of sorrow and she will attain supreme joy. That is what she is saying. Yasyam dukkitayam evam vidaha swapnaha pradrishyate sa vividai dukkhaihi mukta anuttamam priyam prapnoti. In other words, the Lord has given Trijata a pill for happiness. When describing the state of Lanka and describing the state of all the Rakshasas and her colleagues, it is something which is terrifying. Imagine you get such a, we get such a dream in our sleep. But the dream also has hope in it. All kinds of things which are Shuddha Sattvam, white, right? Shankam, Dundubi, etc. And therein hidden is the truth that if we surrender to the divine, then we will be rid of all the papa karmas and attain deliverance. That is what she is saying there. Bhatsitam api yachadhvam rakshasya kim vivakshaya raghavadi bhayanghoram rakshasanam upasthitam. O Rakshasya, even though you have threatened Sita Mata, Bhatsitam api yachadhvam, go and beg her. Okay. Kim vivakshaya, why are you thinking of any alternatives here? Rakshasanam raghavat ghoram bhayam upasthitam. Remember that the greatest ghoram bhayam, the terrific fear, is going to befall all the Rakshasas because of Raghava. Pranipata prasannahi maithili janakatmaja alamesha paritratum rakshasir mahato bhayate. So she has actually taken the role of an acharya, that is Trijata, right? She has gone into such a pure state. She is seeing what is Satyam, what is Asatyam. She is able to exercise her Sadbuddhi, and she is giving all the Satya Vachanam to her Rakshasis. நல்லது சொன்னா கேட்கணும் இல்லையா? அது வந்து சொல்றதும் ஒரு விதம் இருக்கு. She is able to narrate good things as well as the terrifying things that are going to happen. And it is, remember, it is the dream that she has seen, not the other demonesses. So how will you convince others? The only way is to say, she has made that statement earlier, that when a Rakshasi who is in a sorrowful state sees this dream, then it will come true. At the same time, there is a pill that is given here, and she is beautifully telling here, Pranipata Prasannahi. So Sita Mata, let us go and beg her. So if you are thinking that she may not, grant your wishes, right? She will not give you that deliverance. Don't worry about it, because I know that Sita Mata is Pranipata Prasanna. She is pleased by the act of surrender. Those who fall at her feet, she knows that they are, whether they are genuine or not genuine. Sakrideva Prapannaya Tavasmita Jayachate Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyaha Dadamyetat Vartam Mama. This is what Lord Ramachandra tells Vibhishana, the congregation of all the monkeys who advised him against taking Vibhishana, accepting Lord Hanuman, isn't it? So Ramachandra says, whether you tell me or not, it doesn't matter. The moment somebody decides to surrender to me, that is enough for me. In a similar manner, this is the fact that we should not see difference between Lord Ramachandra and Sita Mata. They are both one and the same. Many times we think, oh, he is a male and she is a female. No, they are both the representation of the Adi Shakti, that is Supreme Brahman. That is also indicated here. Pranipata Prasannahi Maithili Janakatmaja Alamesha Paritratum. See, she has seen her as the Ishwari of all lokas. She alone is enough to deliver us. You don't have to worry. Forget about Ramachandra. If you surrender to her, that alone is enough. She will take care. Because of her nature, she is Vatsalya Paripurna, and she will ensure that we are all safe. She is giving that protection here. So, in other words, Trijata has really become an acharya here. Apichasya vishalakshya na kinchid upalakshaye virupamapi changeshu susukshmamapi lakshanam. She further tries to substantiate her feeling, substantiate her confidence in Sita Mata. Why am I saying this? Alamesha Paritratum. Right? See how beautifully Trijata is trying to appeal to the mind and intellect of the Rakshasis. Unfortunately, they are both absent. They have been put into a locker, isn't it? The other Rakshasis have forgotten that they have both of these important tattvas. Apicha Vishalakshaha Asyaha Angeshu Susukshmamapi Virupam Lakshanam Kinchidapi Naupalakshya. I am not able to see any inauspicious or disproportionate thing in her limbs. What does this mean? What is the correlation? Right? When somebody has all the Samudrika Lakshanams, what is mentioned in the Samudrika Shastra, right? You are somebody who has proportionate body parts, which means however long the limbs are, that much long is the teeth. No, that is not how we should see. Proportionate means how we are supposed to be born with various features. How long should the eyes be? How big should the eyes be? Should it be black in color, brown in color? How long should the nose be? Right? And these have been greatly detailed in Samudrika Shastra. That means Trijata is somebody who is a PhD in that area. She has she is not telling out of blue sky. She knows Samudrika Lakshanam. She knows what the Lakshanam should be for an Avatara Purusha. Right? And she therefore is able to correlate. I am not seeing even one bit of disproportionateness in her body. Imagine. See, that is the beauty of Trijata. We should all worship her as a Bhagavatottama. She has had that opportunity to really enjoy. She has relished Sita Mata. Our Urpakam Pavam Sita Mata is crying. But this lady, Trijata, has enjoyed her. She has looked at her form. It is full of tejas, Shuddha Sattvam. The moment I go close to her, my Atma is elevated. And she has enjoyed her beauty, physical form and beauty also. Susukshmapi Lakshanam. Virupam, I have never seen. Right? So that's the beauty of the Dharma Shastram, which is hidden here. Chaya Vaigunyamatram tu Shanke Dukhamupastitam Adukharham imam devim Vaihaya samupasthitam. Chaya Vaigunyamatram Vaihayasam upastitam. So she is somebody, of course, all said and done, Sita Mata is in a state of despair and she has been wailing all the while, isn't it? So that will have an impact on the body. But that is only levelation. It is not a big thing to worry about. So she is trying to convince them. If you think that no, she doesn't seem to have whatever lakshanas you are saying, you look at her, she is wearing only one cloth, which is also dirty, and her face is shrunk and all that. No, don't worry about it. This is all a change in complexion because of you guys. You have tormented her. And she is somebody who is adukharha. She does not deem to be in a state of sorrow. We should take care of her properly. Imam Devim Dukkham Upastitam. The complexion, the change in complexion has happened because of the Dukkham. Arthasiddhim tu Vaidehyaha Pashyamyaham Upastitam Rakshasendra Vinashancha Vijayam Raghavasya cha Aham Vaidehyaha Arthasiddhim tu Upastita. I am seeing that very soon she is going to attain what she has to attain. Arthasiddhi. Artham naka, what is the goal that she is after? Yataha sarva prayojana siddhi saha arthaha. That is the definition of artha. When you look at dharma, artha, kama and moksha, the technical definition of the word artha is yataha sarva prayojana siddhi sata, from which you get all kinds of siddhi, including dharma, artha, kama, moksha. It's a recursive definition in computer science. That is called as artham. And she is going to artha siddhi. She is going to get what she is desiring very soon. And I'm also seeing the destruction of Rakshasa, Rakshasendra Vinasham, and Raghavasya Vijayam. Right? That is also I'm seeing Raghava is going to be victorious very soon. Nimitta bhutame tattu shrotumasya mahatpriyam drishyate cha sphurat chakshuhu padmapatramivaayatam asyaha Mahat Priyam Shrotum Nimitta Bhutam Puram. So this particular dream that I have seen is something which is going to be good news for this divine lady. Okay. And the moment I have narrated this, she is further seeing what is happening to Sita Mata. Okay. So many times we associate certain kinds of twitching which will happen in our body. You find some kind of tingling sensation. So these are all nimittas. Okay. So if your right palm is tingling, then they say you will acquire money very soon. Okay. So let us acquire that tingling sensation. Similarly, if it happens in the left palm, it means you are going to spend a lot. If you get a tingling in the right foot, that means there's some kind of prayanam that's going to happen. So these are all actually not superstitions. Many times we think these are superstitions. And these are things which are leading indicators. It doesn't happen frequently, isn't it? It happens once in a while. So why should it happen once in a while? So if you reflect on that, you will know that what the Atman wants, sometimes the Lord tells the Jivatma, this is what is going to happen. But we are all insensitive. We have become so insensitive. We forget these signs. So what is Trijata saying here? I am seeing that Padma Patramiva Ayatam Chakshuhu Spurat Drishyate. I am seeing that her large left eye, which is like lotus, it is throbbing. Okay. So that is the sensation that she is able to see. Ishacha Khrishito Vasya Dakshinaya Hya Dakshinaha Akasmadeva Vaidehya Bahureka prakampate. One more sign I am saying. The moment I have narrated this dream to Sita Mata, what is happening? Dakshinayaha asyaha. So she is giving one more attribute to Sita Mata. She is a Dakshina, meaning somebody who is very, very skillful, capable. Asyaha Vaidekyaha adakshinaha ekaha bahu. Not right side, meaning which is the left side. So you've heard of the word Savyasachi, isn't it? One who is ambidextrous, right and left. So adakshinaha, I am seeing that her left shoulder akasmad hrishitaha ishat. It has started to throb. The left shoulder has started to throb. Her left eye also has started to throb. These are two nimittas which I am seeing, which are actually good, which is actually giving more credence to my dream. Abdin solra, right? So Sita Mata is Shuddha Sattvam. She is reflecting. I am not telling lies. I am actually telling the truth because I am seeing these nimittas in Sita Mata. So what more evidence do you want? This is what she is asking. Karenu hasta pratimaha savyaschoru anuttamaha vepamanas suchayati raghavam puratasthitam. Karenu hasta pratimaha. She is somebody comparable to her thighs, uruhu. This we have seen earlier, isn't it? Female elephant's trunk. That is how beautiful her thighs are. And the left thigh, again, I see is trembling. Raghavam purataha sthitim sucheti. It indicates that Lord Ramachandra is actually very close to her, right next to her. So left side la ellame tudikirudhu avalukku. Yarku Sita Matak. That is something that Trijata has seen in person and she is narrating it. Pakshi cha shakhanilaya prahishtaha punah punaschottama santvadi suswagatam vachamudirayanaha punah punaschodayati vahrishtaha. Pakshi cha shakanilayam pravishtaha punaha punascha uttama santvadi. So the moment she has stopped narrating, she has seen all of this. She actually looked around and saw that there were birds around which were singing some beautiful notes at that point of time. So this is also a sign of good things that are going to happen soon. Suswagatam vacham udirayanaha frashtaha punah punaha chodayativa. Right? So these are essentially notes, beautiful notes that are sung by the chirping birds in the trees there, which are indicating happy tidings that are going to happen soon. And this also tells that Sita Mata is going to rejoice very soon. This is the Trijata's Swapnaha. Tatassa Hrimati Bala Bhartur Vijaya Harshita Avochayadyati Tatthatyam Bhaveyam Sharanam Hivaha. Sita Mata is Hrimati, Hrimati, and Bhartur Vijaya Harshita. She is actually happy that her husband is going to come very soon, and she is happy. I can see that her mind is slowly becoming happy. Avavachayati tattatyam bhaveyam sharanam hivaha. So there is no other option left for all of us but to surrender to her. This is the message delivered by Trijata to her colleague. Ityarshre Srimad Ramayana Valmiki Adikavye Chaturvimsati Samhitaya Sahasrikayam Samhitayam Sundarakande Trijata Swapno Nama Saptavimsha Sargaha. A wonderful chapter which actually makes us, if we are in a despondent state, if we read this chapter, it will help improve our moods and essentially lighten the situation. At the same time, the fact that Avatara Purushas come with a plan in their mind and they are visible to people who are pure at heart. That is the other message that is delivered in this chapter. The third one is, although Trijata is a Rakshasi, she has observed Sita Mata at very close quarters. And why should Sita Mata also reciprocate? Among all the Rakshasis, she has seen Trijata as the one, as the name indicates, she looked very disciplined. And she was true to her feelings. Hidden somewhere in the Srimad Ramayana is the fact that Trijata used to take good care of Sita Mata. So that also would have given Sita Mata a lot of course, talking about her as a human being. Trijata is somebody who is helping her. And, she gives herself, Sita Mata gives herself to the feelings of Trijata. And that's why she is also reciprocating with the left part of her body twitching and so on. So there's a very good give and take here between the Jivatma and the Paramatma. There is no difference between Lord Rama and Goddess Sita Mata. That is another key takeaway from this chapter. We should all, thank Trijata for bringing this beautiful truth. Nowhere else in the Srimad Ramayana you will find this particular reference, that if you surrender to Mahalakshmi, that is itself enough. She herself is capable of providing that protection for all of us. So that's a wonderful lesson that we should take away from this sarga. Okay. So any closing remarks or questions from people before we conclude?
Yeah, I had a question, Raghuvanji. Is Trijata Vibhishna's daughter? Because I think in Kamban's Ramayana it's been mentioned somewhere. One of my friends was telling me. So is there a mention of that in Valmiki Ramayana also?
Yes, I have also heard about it, but I will confirm that properly.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
இந்த சாப்டர்ல என்னோட புக்ல இன்னும் ஒரு 15 ஸ்லோகாஸ் இருக்கு. அது is it like included in this chapter or இது வேற எதுலான printing mistake இருக்கலாமா?
வால்மீகியோட சன் எழுதியிருப்பாரோ. எந்த ஸ்லோகத்துல ஆரம்பிக்கிறது சொல்லுங்க. does it say சா ராட்சசேந்திரஸ்யன்னு ஆரம்பிக்கிறதா?
இல்ல.
யாரோ வாத்தியார் ஹோம்வொர்க் கொடுத்திருப்பா. You can share that with me.
Yes.
Let me go through, because it doesn't seem to be there in the original.
Right. It'll in fact param brahma, param tattvam, param jnanam, param tapaha, param bijam, param shreyam, param karanam. அது மாதிரி ஒரு few ஸ்லோகாஸ் இருக்கு. Almost 15 slokas.
Okay. Probably to enhance our bhakti, they may be useful. You can share that with me. Let me go through that. So many times our sahityam is such that other great acharyas who were born after Valmiki, they will try to provide the bridging slokas and sentences for ordinary people to get that bhavam. It is important to have these kinds of slokas also. But of course, one has to be careful as to how closely it ties to the original theme. So, but it is not there in the original version. So that is something I can confirm.
And Shimshumaram, அது வந்து it is a crocodile channel, இல்லையா? இதுல நாராயணியத்துல வந்தபோது we said it was a dolphin அப்படின்னு. So dolphinuக்கும் அதுக்கும் it is not dolphin, is it?
No, in this context it is mentioned as crocodile.
Right.
And dolphin அவன் ஜாலியா போயிட்டு இருப்பான். அவன் பேர் என்ன? இது இந்திரஜித்.
Right.
He's been enjoying the ride. Okay. Well, if there's no more concluding remarks, we'll end our session here today.
Guru Charanam Bhuja Nirbhara Bhakta Guru Charanam Bhuja Nirbhara Bhakta Samsara Chitra Bhava Krishna Krishna Sindriya Manasa Niyamadevam Rakshasi Nija Hridayastam Devam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate
कायेन वाचा मनसा इन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्या आत्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीरामचन्द्रार्पणमस्तु. Have a great day and a week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.